Hello, good afternoon viewers. Now this is our last knowledge area, which is stakeholder management. Project stakeholder management. What is stakeholder management? It includes the processes required to identify the people, groups, or organizations that could impact or be impacted by the project. Analyze stakeholder expectations and their impact on the project. Develop appropriate management strategies for effectively engaging stakeholders in project decision and execution. So these are the purpose of stakeholder management. Again, in my article listed here, the URL is displayed here. You can go there and understand the knowledge area in details, in a detailed manner. Now, the processes included in this knowledge area, that is project stakeholder management knowledge area. First process is identify stakeholders. Second one is plan stakeholder engagement. Third one, manage stakeholder engagement. Then fourth one is monitor stakeholder engagement. These are the four processes in this knowledge area. First one is identify stakeholder. Here we should identify the stakeholders, who are our interested stakeholders and who are against us, who is supporting us, who is a neutral man. All those things we should understand from this process. Inputs: project charter, business documents, project management plan, project documents, agreements, enterprise environmental factors, organizational processes. All these things are familiar to you. We have discussed many times, even right from the beginning. Tools and techniques: expert judgment, data gathering, data analysis, data representation, and meetings. Data gathering: you have to gather data from all these documents to identify the stakeholder. Project documents, project management, business documents, all these things, agreements between the stakeholders. So from these documents you can gather data and analysis can be done. It can be represented in a suitable form. For example, I will show you one thing. Here, power interest grid. This is a way of representation. Stakeholder having power on y-axis, their interest to the project on the x-axis. Here, in the first coordinate, see here minimum, because this stakeholder has low interest and low power. So that just you need not do much about it. You just minimum effort you need to manage this stakeholder. Whereas here he has got high power but low interest. We must satisfy him. We must keep satisfied. That's all. Whereas here power is high and interest is high. You have to closely manage. You have to satisfy him very much. You have to mingle with him. Closely you have to mingle with him. Here power is low and interest is high. Keep informed. Let him inform. All the things he should be aware, so that his interest will not go. So this is one way of representation. And another, here another analytical techniques: unaware, resistant, stakeholders nature, unaware, resistant, neutral, supportive, leading. Here list of stakeholders: stakeholder 1, stakeholder 2, stakeholder 3. Then you can see here C is here unaware. This stakeholder is unaware, so that you should be just inform him. Whereas stakeholder 2 is neutral as well as supportive. Here it is, he is neutral as well as supportive. Like this, stakeholder 3 supportive, as he is supportive only. Like this you can classify and analyze these stakeholders. Data analysis, data representation, then meetings with stakeholders. Here outputs are stakeholder register, change requests, project management plan updates, and project documents updates. When a new stakeholder added, you have to put a change request, get the approval, then project management plan gets updated and project documents gets updated. That's identify stakeholder process. Next process is plan stakeholder engagement. That is, you have to plan the stakeholder engagement, make a plan, stakeholder engagement plan. For this, inputs: project charter, project management plan, project documents, agreements, enterprise environmental factors, organization. All these things are familiar to you. Here, tools and techniques: expert judgment, data gathering, data analysis, decision making, data representation, meetings. Okay. So output is stakeholder engagement plan. What this plan tells you? This plan tells us how to carry out other processes, like how to manage stakeholder engagement and how to control the stakeholder engagement effectively. This stakeholder engagement is required to carry out the project successfully, because all of their support is needed. Third process, third process, manage stakeholder engagement. Inputs, we have told: project management plan, project documents, enterprise environmental factors, and organizational processes. Tools and techniques: expert judgment, communication skills, interpersonal and team skills, ground rules, meetings. So here, expert judgment, communication skills, interpersonal, ground rules. The stakeholder has to, even team has to make some ground rules before starting the project. Like, how to proceed with the project, who will do what, all those things. Initially, they will do. This is ground rules. Then meetings. Outputs are change requests, project management plan update, then project documents update. Here I told you to forget you to told about the stakeholder register. I will show you a model of stakeholder register. Here, sample stakeholder register: stakeholder name, type, current project knowledge, level of influence, then current level of engagement, target level of engagement, then management of stakeholder. All those things will be written in this stakeholder register. I forgot to mention that. Okay. Now come to the third process, change request. Output is change request, project management plan gets updated, and project documents gets updated. Last process, monitor stakeholder engagement. Effectively engage the stakeholder, you have to monitor. For that, input project management plan, project documents, work performance data, that is status of the work done, enterprise environmental factor, organizational process assets. Tools and techniques: data analysis, decision making, data representation, communication skills, and interpersonal and team skills. Meetings, all are self-explanatory. Then outputs: work performance information. Then change request has to be done through integrated change control. Get these changes updated in the project management plan. Then execute the work. Here it is manage stakeholder. You are executing here. Manage stakeholder engagement. Then project documents updates. So this is all about stakeholder management, project stakeholder management. Here we should know one thing. See, now we have discussed all the 10 knowledge areas. Integration management, knowledge areas: integration management, scope management, schedule management, cost management, quality management, resource management, communication management, risk management, procurement management, and stakeholder management. All these videos I have published is interdependent, so that all of you have to see it from the first portion, part 1 itself. Otherwise, you won't get any idea on this. Here we said 5 process groups. So under each management, like project knowledge area, here develop project charter in integration management, develop project management plan. So there are around 24 processes are there in the planning. Then monitor and controlling 12 processes are there. Here it is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 processes are here in executing. Then here initiation 2 processes, closing 1. There are 49 processes are there, but it is spread across 10 knowledge areas and 5 process groups. When you prepare for the PMP examinations, you should know exactly how it is, or what are the processes under initiating. Similarly, what are the processes under integration management. Similarly, planning, execution, monitoring, controlling, closing. So you should know what are the process under planning, what are the process under executing, what are the process under monitoring and control, what are the process under closing. Similarly, in each knowledge area, you should know what are the processes. Integration, I said, it's integrating because the project management plan contains the subset of all these plans. That's why it is, because this is integrating here, and the entire project is done following this plan. Direct and manage project work. Here also integrated change control and all, perform integrated change control and monitoring. When a change request comes, it has to come through this. Then update the project management plan, then execute according to the plan. So these are the certain points you should know before writing the PMP examinations. So that's all about the basic understanding of PMBOK framework. Thank you.